Selecting the best entrance for storefront framing systems for retail construction. Welcome to Building Knowledge 101. In this video, we will discuss how to select the best entrance and hardware options for storefront framing systems and analyze the different considerations for automatic sliders, revolving entrances, auto showroom doors, and swing entrances. In all buildings, we talked about entries earlier, all buildings have to have some type of entry, and you've got a lot of different options that you can use on retail facilities. Here you see an example of vestibules with automatic sliders on the interior and the exterior. These are very convenient for customers moving in and out as they don't provide interruption for a person walking through. They just open up automatically, allowing people to move easily from the interior to the exterior back and forth. The tracks on sliders do need to be kept clean. Power is required, and these do have regular maintenance. Here's a revolving entry. Revolvers are nice and they don't project out into the sidewalk. Leaves are not impacted by strong winds. They maintain air pressure difference between the interior and the exterior. They do require maintenance to keep the bearings cleaned and lubricated, and the timing mechanism requires regular maintenance. Auto showrooms have their own unique type of entry. Here are examples of auto showroom doors. With an auto dealership, they want to have cars on the interior so people can come in out of the uncontrolled exterior environment to a controlled environment where they can look at cars, show the features, walk around them, take a look at them. So auto dealerships need to have a means of taking cars from the interior to the exterior and vice versa. They need to get through the building envelope to the interior. So auto showroom doors are designed to open up wider elevations. You can see in these pairs of doors, they're each hinged. So you've got 4 leaves, and 2 of the leaves are hinged with each other so that they bifold and open up this entire elevation. Here's a section cut through an auto showroom door. Looking at the cut of the leaves, you can see a standard swing door on the left. So that's used daily throughout the door to let people in and out of the building. But the pair of leaves on the right is only used to open up the elevation and allow cars through. You can see there's a continuous hinge between the 2 pairs on the right, which allows them to fold to one side, opening up this entire elevation, allowing cars to get through very easily. The most commonly utilized entry on commercial and retail facilities is the commercial swing doors. Swing entrances are very popular for many reasons. They're very customizable. They accept a wide range of hardware options. Lots of custom features and hardware options can be applied to them. And there's a wide range of finish options. And again, they're very reliable and require the least amount of maintenance. When we look at swing doors, we first break them into 2 categories or 2 types. There's either a single acting door, which swings in one direction, either in or out, and a double acting door, which swings in both directions. The leaves can swing either in or out. In most cases, single acting doors are more commonly used, as you don't have to worry about someone walking up to an entry and pushing it while someone else is trying to exit the facility and hitting each other. Swing doors are standard sizes. Here's a narrow style door. This is an industry standard size. Narrow style door. Medium style door has a 3.5-inch sight line, and a wide style door has a 5-inch sight line. So these are all industry standard sizes. And then they're also available thermally broken. So the door you see here on the left has a complete thermal break through the door, the frame, and the threshold. So that is another option for you. Retail brands enjoy how easy it is to customize a standard aluminum swing door. There's a lot of design flexibility. Here's some examples of bottom rail options. Some of these would be selected for, say, safety reasons or security, while others are selected for brand image. Here's an example of a low bottom rail application. And here's an example of a taller bottom rail application. And here's an example of a beautifully painted door with a kick plate on it to protect the painted finish from people hitting it with their feet. Another easy way to customize an entrance is with the addition of vertical or horizontal rails. Here's a few examples. There's many more available. Here's just a few examples of what some of the options are. And here's on the left, you can see an example of a retail brand where they're using surface applied buttons to simulate divided glass. Where here on these doors, we're using true divided lights, both vertically and horizontally. This pattern is very much a part of the retail store's brand image. I don't need to tell you whose it is. You probably recognize that door already. And here's another well-known brand strategy that utilizes very recognizable wide vertical and horizontal rails added to the door. Here's a kind of creative use of a vertical rail. This stands out in most rails typically running horizontal, where this one runs vertically through the door and the transom, kind of simulates the look of the fixed storefront beside it. You can also vary the infill. Most commercial swing doors have the option of going from 1/4 inch up to 1 inch insulated glass simply by changing the glass stops. That is all we have time for in this video. If you'd like to watch more of our 101 video series, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kawneer Company, Inc.